Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Had to hit the opera on you knuckles. Emotional Jerry Jones opens Cowboys camp with stunning admission about Jimmy Johnson. The circus has come back to town, and the ringmaster was visibly emotional as the show got underway once again. The Cowboys have reassembled in Oxnard for training camp with Wednesday's opening press conference kicking off the proceedings before the first scheduled practice on Thursday morning. After 2020's California trip was canceled by COVID-19, team owner Jerry Jones admitted that simply having the game back together again for his 15th year at the River Ridge playing fields was enough to put him in a sentimental mood. Excuse me. Over the course of the hour-long press conference in which he answered questions on everything from vaccination rates to his famously volatile relationship with the coach who brought him his first two trophies, the 78-year-old got noticeably choked up multiple times. Seriously, what you're seeing is just how good it feels to be here, Jones told reporters. Doggone, just as much as I enjoy this stuff, I get to thinking, well, are you ever going to see that again? Are you ever going to be sitting up there talking to everybody again at the same time? I'm not going to apologize, but I am sensitive today and emotional about the whole show. It was a time for Jones to soak in some of the nostalgia surrounding the start of yet another football season and dust off a few of the memories that have come with having owned the Cowboys for over 3 decades, taking them from the league's laughing stock to the most valuable sports franchises on the planet. Winning 3 Super Bowls in 4 years shortly after taking the reins certainly helped create more than a few moments worth remembering. Jones recalled his first California training camp, then slightly east of Oxnard, shortly after purchasing the team. I remember coming out to Thousand Oaks, smelling that grass, being out here with a great tradition that the Cowboys were for training camp, and I just had to pinch myself to think that I gotta be a part of that. Those were Jimmy Johnson's earliest days as head coach in Dallas. Johnson will be enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in a few short weeks. Jones and the Cowboys will be present once again as the team revisits its long rivalry with the Steelers in the accompanying exhibition game. The induction and the game were supposed to have happened last summer before the pandemic and travel restrictions forced the league to postpone. That's that it's all come after so long a wait and so uncertain a time perhaps only adds to the emotion for Jones, who rolled unprompted into a remembrance about the shocking way their relationship ended when Johnson departed after the team's second world title. Barry Switzer came into office and Jimmy had just left. Jones shared, referring to the 1994 offseason, Barry came down from Norman, Oklahoma to talk about getting the job, and he comes in and he says, "Where's Jimmy?" Now, Barry had coached us both. He said, "Where's Jimmy?" I said, "Jimmy's gone." He said, "Well, that's not right. Get him in here." "Where's Jimmy?" I said, "Barry, Jimmy's gone. We're sitting here talking about you being the coach." I said, "What in the world are you so anxious to talk to Jimmy about?" He said, "I just wanted to get both of you little expletives on this couch and ask you both, how could you expletive this up?" That was Switzer. It's a question most fans, many around the football world at the time, asked at the time and in the years since. Switzer went on to win a Super Bowl of his own, but Johnson's exit was the beginning of a long, slow, painful fade for the dynasty. Jones knows it, and on Wednesday he admitted his negligence in allowing it all to fall apart. "I just think of those great times, and Jimmy's a great coach, ridiculous that," Jones said before stopping himself and restarting. "My role here, it was my job to keep it together. It was my job. I should have had deference to something that was working good." So those are the things that come to my mind. We had a great run of it. He's a great coach, and I'm proud to have him as a friend and proud to have had the times that we had. We just had a great experience. The last sentence was a struggle for Jones to get out, choking up audibly as he did. 27 years after Switzer's question, though, Jones still has no answer. I've never been able to know why expletived it up, Jones said. Not just that, but anything else. No, I can't answer those questions. Jones and Johnson still haven't publicly made up. Although Jones has softened in recent comments about his former coach and one time college teammate, one of the most anticipated storylines of the upcoming Hall of Fame ceremonies will be a possible reconciliation between the two. And then talk will turn, as it always does, to Johnson's inclusion in the Cowboys Ring of Honor. It's an honor that Jones has not yet bestowed on Johnson, with many seeing the coach's enshrinement in Canton as the final obstacle. But Jones, ever the showman, is more than happy to prolong the drama and to leave that question unanswered too for the moment. You know, I don't want to do anything that takes away from this year, Jones said of Johnson. He'll have a year provided everything goes good. He'll have a year that we also honor his Hall of Fame, and it will be this year. Call it a cliffhanger of sorts, something perhaps for the assembled media to hound Jones about when they all reconvene in Oxnard in July 2022. Well, that was long. That was long. Was that long or was that long? Hold on real quick. I had my boy Chris Cervantes tell me hurry up and turn to this Olympics or something. I guess he said turn to NBC. But everyone was telling me about this article. Let's see. So basically, Jerry Jones finally, they said, apologized. But did he really apologize? Look, Jerry Jones is an egotistical maniac. He wants to be the center of attention. He wants to be the guy who finally wins a ring without Jimmy Johnson. He is not going to put Jimmy Johnson in the ring of honor until he feels he wins a Super Bowl. He wants to prove he can do it without Jimmy because nobody gave him credit. Nobody gave him credit for anything. He was the one who brought in what's his face? Charles Haley. He brought Charles Haley in the game. He brought him into Dallas. Jimmy did not want Charles Haley because Haley was let go by the Niners because of him being detrimental to the team and you know how he was. But Jimmy was like, "Look, I'm trying to win." And there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is this. And I tell people this all the time wholeheartedly. You know, I don't want to sound like a Jerry Jones hater. Jerry Jones has always done this. He makes it about him. Jerry Jones effed it up. Jerry Jones effed it up because his ego got in the way because he wasn't getting the credit. He wanted the credit. He wanted people to basically show him love. He wanted the media to say, Jerry, you had just as much part of this as Jimmy did. And that wasn't the case. All Jerry Jones had to do was sit his ass up there as the owner and stay out the way. But he can't do it. His ego. This dude here made it all about him, never really truly apologized to Jimmy. He could have apologized to Jimmy 15 years ago or 16 or whenever. He could have sat down with Jimmy. They could have hashed it out and moved on. You supposedly say this is your friend. Everybody wants to try to say Jimmy Johnson was berating him, belittling him, and disrespecting him in front of everybody. I don't know all of that. I'm gonna say allegedly. Skip Baseless says that that's what happened. To me, Skip Baseless is just a Jerry Jones stick rider. He'll criticize him at times, but he won't do it to a degree because he knows Jerry Jones will give him that phone call. Nah, then let you talk a lot of other stuff about the Cowboys and talk about some of the players, but you're going a little too far there, Skip. Skipper, you need to really chill out there. Please be relaxed because I won't want to have to put pressure on you and, mess some things up for you coming down here. So, you know what'll happen. Allegedly. All this is allegedly. But from this speech, it doesn't sound like he's giving them no love. This is why I didn't even really make the video. I was like, man, I don't even want to talk about this, but that's the problem. That's the problem. Jerry Jones is a stickhead. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. He thinks he knows football just because you're a businessman. That doesn't make you know what football is. That doesn't mean you'll know what football is. That doesn't mean that you'll get the personnel done. That's not your strong suit. And I wish he would get a real guy to run the team while he sit his ass down. But no, he wants his family to take over after he pass away. He's trying to do everything possible to win a Super Bowl. And I'm telling you, he don't want to put Jimmy in that ring of honor until he wins a Super Bowl. And that's facts. So it's ridiculous. So it's like what are we doing here? So that's how I look at it. So, all I know is these guys. So to me, I don't know. I just think Jerry Jones just did this basically to save face or whatever. He's trying with these fake tears. He don't care about he don't care about Jimmy or all of this nostalgia and stuff. It's all for show. It's all for games. I just don't believe it. I just think it's a fake apology. I just think he did it to try to steal Jimmy's shine again, like he always does. That's just how it is. And the thing is, Jerry's never going to win a Super Bowl again. He's not. And the reason why is because of his ego. Seriously. Because of his ego. His ego has gotten him in a lot of trouble, and his ego continues to just overshadow a lot of things. It continues to overshadow a lot of things. And like I said, at the end of the day, he don't care. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I think it's bullshit. I don't think he means it. I just think that Jerry just said it to save face and to take the shine from Jimmy Johnson and try to make it about him. So thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you like what you hear, you can donate to the page by cash apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you for listening. We are out. Oh, and congrats to Jimmy Johnson. He should have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago, but Jerry Jones was blocking him, allegedly. Thank you for listening. We're out. Deezy.